All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we are cracking open the playbook, the one every single network engineer needs to build a career that doesn't just survive all the constant change, but actually thrives on it. So yeah, let's jump right in. I mean, this is the big question, right? How do you build a career when the ground is constantly shifting beneath your feet? Technology it never stops evolving, new protocols pop up, the demands on our networks get crazier every single day. Honestly, just trying to keep up can feel like a full-time job in itself. And that is the big mental shift we're going to talk about. The secret isn't knowing more stuff. It's not about memorizing every single command out there. No way. It's about having the right playbook, a repeatable strategy, a set of moves you can pull out to tackle pretty much any challenge and build a career that's, truly resilient. So here's the game plan. We've broken it down into 4 essential plays. First up, we're going to build that rock-solid foundation. Then, play 2 is all about turning what you know in your head into what you can actually do with your hands. Third, we'll get into how to stay ahead of the curve, because it's always moving. And finally, we'll lock in the mindset that really ties this whole thing together. Okay, let's kick things off. Play number 1, building your solid foundation. Look, you can have all the fancy, cutting-edge tools in the world, but if you don't truly get the fundamentals, you're basically building a skyscraper on sand. This part is absolutely non-negotiable. And where does it all start? Right here, the OSI model. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, that thing I memorized for an exam? But no, this is so much more than that. It is the mental framework you will use every single day to troubleshoot. Seriously, think of it like having X-ray vision for the network, letting you see everything from the physical cable up to the application layer. And these are the absolute pillars of that foundation. You gotta be fluent in IP addressing. Otherwise, you can't build a thing. You have to understand routing protocols, or you can't connect anything. And if you don't get switching concepts, well, good luck scaling anything. Every one of these core devices, routers, switches, plays a part that you just have to know inside and out. Cold. Oh, and let's get one thing crystal clear. Security is not an afterthought. It's not something you just bolt on at the end and hope for the best. Nope. Understanding things like firewalls, load balancers, and VPNs right from day one, that's what separates a good engineer from a truly great one. It has to be baked right into the foundation from the start. All right, on to play number 2. You've got that solid foundation down. Now it's time to turn all that theory into actual, tangible skill. This is where the knowledge really, truly sticks. This right here really gets to the heart of it. It's the massive difference between just knowing something and actually doing it. Think about it. It's like reading a cookbook versus actually cooking the meal. Watching a tutorial is passive, right? But getting your hands dirty, building a network in a simulator, troubleshooting a real-world problem, that's where true competence is born. So, the big question is, how do you get that experience? Well, I want you to think of it like your own personal tech gym. Network simulators, tools like GNS3 or Packet Tracer, they're your weight machines. They let you practice and build those muscles without any real-world risk. And from there, you can seek out hands-on stuff like internships or even just build your own projects. That's what forces you to apply everything you've learned. And here is a pro tip that will pay you back over and over again for years to come. Document everything. I'm serious. Your configurations, your troubleshooting steps, the solutions you find. It's not just a record. It's your own personal knowledge base that will save you and your future self just countless hours of headache down the line. Trust me on this. All right, let's move on to our third play. So, you've built a foundation. You're putting it into practice. Awesome. But now, how do you make sure your skills don't get stale and become obsolete in a year or two? Simple. You have to keep moving. The game is always evolving. And this right here lays out a really fantastic path forward. You can start by validating your skills with certs like the CCNA or Network Plus. That's stage 1. Then, for stage 2, you got to keep your eyes on the horizon. What are the big trends? Things like SDN, cloud networking, automation, that's where things are headed. And finally, stage 3, get involved with the community. Join forums, go to meetups. Learning from your peers is honestly one of the most powerful ways to accelerate your growth, period. And that brings us to our final play. And honestly, this might be the most critical one of all. Mastering the growth mindset. Think of this as the secret weapon. It's like the operating system that runs all the other plays we just talked about. It is the fundamental difference between stagnating and truly growing in your career. So, where does it start? Right here. You have to be open to learning. Acknowledging that you don't have all the answers isn't a weakness, it's actually your greatest strength. It's what keeps you curious, it's what keeps you humble, and it's what keeps you learning. And please, don't be afraid to ask questions. Seriously, asking for help or for clarification isn't a sign of weakness. A smart question can save you hours of frustration. It shows you're focused on getting the right answer, not on protecting your ego. This next one is huge. You have to actively seek out feedback. Don't just wait for your annual performance review. Ask your colleagues, ask your mentors for feedback on your work, on your projects. It is the absolute fastest way to spot your own blind spots and just turbocharge your improvement. And finally, be patient and be persistent. You gotta remember, mastery is a marathon. It's not a sprint. There are gonna be frustrating days. Of course there will be. You're gonna run into problems that seem completely impossible to solve. Persistence, that's the key. That's what gets you through to the other side, to the solution. So there you have it. That's the playbook. Now, let's just quickly tie all 4 of these plays together into one single, powerful strategy for your path forward. So here's the recap, the whole thing in a nutshell. 1. Build a rock-solid foundation in the fundamentals. 2. Gain real practical experience with simulators and your own projects. 3. Stay current with certs, trends, and the community. And 4. Power all of it with that growth mindset of learning and persistence. See how they all work together? These 4 pillars support each other to build a truly agile and successful career. So the question I have for you now isn't, what should you do? It's, what are you gonna do? What's the first play you'll run? Are you gonna go back and really nail down those OSI model basics? Or maybe you're finally gonna download GNS3 and build that lab you've been thinking about. The playbook is in your hands now. It's your move. Go run a play.